Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will get first crack at it today. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire, and you're right.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan.
Oh, he's going to go up top. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Right on the money. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
And the Vols are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. It's complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brad behind the line. It's long. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Kentucky 3, Tennessee 0.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast to come away with the pick.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. A missed field goal ruined the last drive. Now a chance to get points here on this drive in the first quarter. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. using the back as a receiver on the screen. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. Oh, he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. And they can't connect a costly turnover on down.
I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up and really...
It's a running room. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking for a crease. It's Thomas. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. The Volunteers decide to punt it away. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Here's the handoff. He's in open space downfield. Wide open spaces. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's long. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Grab near the marker. It's Ball. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st down from the 11. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Colorado State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Aguilar. Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, running back on the move. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. The inside handoff. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The RPO, it's complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. Off the play fake on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Fires toward the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit.
They'll immediately call timeout.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Makes the catch. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to take a shot on second and short. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3 ball here before the break. And is slipped just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Vols will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Patterson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning on the Jets. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They've converted third downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. He makes the grab, and they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Aguilar. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply.
There he goes! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. They're going to run it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting...
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got it set up on the outside. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Motion from the wideout. They'll leave it with him. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the Vols have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Unloads quickly. There he goes. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Looking to pass. It's Aguilar. Here comes the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
And on offense right now, you're at a juncture here of the game in the 4th quarter, trailing the way you are. You can't punt anymore. Execution has got to be at a premium, and on that 4th down, they're able to hook up, move the sticks, and keep this momentum going.
He turns that loose down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Great place to start for this offense. Toss sweep to the right. Oh, better look out. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Kentucky now operating in the red zone. To the ground, he's got it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Arizona State is up big right now, and honestly, it feels like the Forks have been up since the opening kick. They're up 14 over Houston. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, the running back has it. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Rushes on him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's moving out of the pocket. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Obviously, they fail on that 4th down, but because there's still time. Look, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the route is on. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun, the ground game. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Off play action. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time, and even better this time around. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And here comes the field goal unit. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Finds his big tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. The Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
He makes a grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the...
And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right, and I wonder because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take the L.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.